What's up, YouTube? I'm going to do a really quick video right now talking about how my training's been going, how my diet's been going. Yesterday in the gym, I recorded a little bit of footage from my legs/pull day, which I'll explain later. And today I did a little push day and I recorded some of the footage there too. So right now I'm just going to do a voiceover and talk about how I felt, how things have been going, and also give a little bit of advice on what to do when you lost all your gains like I did. So here we go. Enjoy. Okay, so today was legs/pull. Here's me hitting a 315. I didn't record any of my warm-up sets, which was 135 and 225. I was pretty satisfied with the 315 speed. I thought it was pretty fast considering the conditions I was in. Here's me, I'm about to hit a 365 squat, and my actual goal for today was to somehow magically squat 405, which I realized in a little bit was just wishful thinking. I didn't even attempt that. 365 speed was decent. I felt okay about it, and here's me hitting 385, and this squat right here would determine whether I would go all out and I would attempt the 405 or not. But as you'll be able to tell in a second, this was extremely heavy, so I didn't. Just keep in mind, look how small my body looks. Like, my belt's just like so tight around my waist, like my whole shirt's baggy, my legs look thin. I went all the way down to I think 182. So I went from 199 in the summer all the way to 182, and I'll explain how all that happened. Anyway, here's me doing a set of 5 with 335. So after those squats that you saw, after that 385 single, I essentially just did 3 sets of 5 with 335, which normally would have been really light, but here was kind of heavy. But I'm just trying to slowly gain my strength back and get in the groove of things and being very consistent. Anyway, after that, I just went to deadlifts. I just wanted to pull a heavy single. That was a 455, and here I pull 500. And what I had to do is I had to put my stance a lot closer than it normally is because I was exhausted from my squats. So I wasn't able to have like the absolute proper technique on my deadlift. So I had to close in, basically have a little bit more quad drive, a little bit more lean forward. This is the next day, the day after, and here's where I do a push day. Here's me warming up with 225, and it feels pretty heavy. And right now I'm warming up to do a heavy single on bench. So here's 245, and let's see. That's also pretty heavy for me. And right now I'm gonna attempt 275. That was what I wanted to work up to today, just a 275 single. And this is touch and go, I believe. And that was actually a lot more difficult than I wanted it to be. I was kind of upset about it. And now I wanted to hit a pause because lately my pause bench has actually been feeling stronger, just more powerful than my conventional bench. So I was pretty satisfied with that considering it was faster than my 275 touch and go. So after that, I just did 2 sets of 4 pause with 245. And that actually felt really, really good compared to my warm-ups to that specific day. Keep in mind, like, all these bench numbers you're seeing right now are not my strength. Not my strength. I mean, they are my strength, but that's me just trying to get my gains back. Anyway, here's my second set, 245 for 4 pause. And then after that, I just did 225 for 8, which you'll see. Oh, there's Mike Rashid, wanted to say hi. So yeah, I just did 225 for 8 after that. And I just did a bunch of accessories and I went home. But anyway, I'm going to talk about what happened with me in this huge downward spiral. In the summer, everything was going well. I was basically eating, sleeping, and training, just living the ideal summer, like in how I see it as ideal. And then school started and my eating habits just went down the drain. I was eating less. Being I wasn't being like productive in the sense of planning out my meals, actually assessing, okay, here's all the food like I have in my kitchen. This is going to be gone roughly like in this time, and I have to go and I have to buy more meals. I was being like really lazy with that, just going with the flow, just not, I guess in a sense, just losing motivation in a small way, like in a sense, I guess you could say. And that happens to me all the time. And I feel like it happens to a lot of people because like all my friends go through those phases too. And how it works is there's just a phase where you're super motivated, your training's on point, you have amazing workouts, your diet's great, you just want to get out of bed, you're excited to eat your meals, you're excited to do everything. And I feel when you're in that kind of a phase for too long of a time, you get, I don't want to say get spoiled, but I guess you kind of do. You just get too used to the conditions that you're in, everything's nice and fine, then you get too lazy in the sense that you fall off and you go in a little slump that I was in like that. And after being in a slump like that for too long, you start to get kind of depressed in a way because your strength's going away, you don't look as full, things like that. So that's when you get a lot of motivation, like I just did recently, and that made me go back to the drawing board, assess a few things, and just go back in, just go back hard. Now I'm really excited to prepare my meals. I'm really excited to eat. I have motivation, like a lot of motivation to go to the gym now. And yeah, that's a phase that I'm in right now. That happens with me all the time. So yeah, right now, I think in this workout video, it's probably like 185, I'd say. And my goal right now is to wake up in the morning on an empty stomach and be 190, like still relatively lean. That's my goal. And winter's coming around, so I'm just really, really, really going to focus on eating as much food as I possibly can and training relatively consistently. And after I'm able to do a single with 405 on squat, 545 on deadlift, and like 300, 315 bench, after I'm able to do that, which is going to take no more than 2 weeks, like it's not taking any longer than 2 weeks. After all that, I'm going to go right back in my normal training, and I'm going to be making a lot of gains soon. I'm really excited. I'm going to film it. I'm going to make workout videos. It's going to be really good. Anyway, that's a wrap. That's what happened to me, just a few clips of my workout, and all right, I'll see you guys in the next video. I forgot to mention in my voiceover what to actually do if you lose your gains or you come off training. Now, depending on how far you've come off, I'm going to use me for an example, just essentially a month of just inconsistent training, extremely inconsistent eating habits, extremely low calories, and I lost, let's say, like 15 pounds, and strength went down a little bit. For me personally, this is what I'm going to do. For 1 to 2 weeks, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do legs push pull off, like I've been normally doing, but I'm going to start off with a heavy single on the compound lifts, and then I'm just going to do half of the volume that I would normally do. And the reason I'm doing that is because the heavy singles is to get me used to handling heavy weights again, so I could build my CNS strength back to get to those singles that I was hitting before. And the reason I'm only doing half the volume that I've normally been doing is because I want to get my body used to volume so I can then increase it. I don't want to come in and do an all-out workout and then just be completely sore for like a whole week, and that's going to like affect my other workouts. So when you come back, you essentially want to do heavy singles. You want to get your motor pathways back, learn the squat, bench, and deadlift again, because your motor pathways might slightly go away. Your technique's not going to be the same, so you just want to hone it back in, and you don't want to go all out with a volume. You want to slowly ease into it, because there's been many times where I just come back from inconsistent training and I just absolutely demolish my workout, and then I can't lift my arms or I can't stand up for the next week or so. So it's just not the best way about going things. You just have to be extremely patient. You have to realize, okay, I'm not going to get all my gains back tomorrow. It's going to take a little bit of time, but you have to be consistent, and it's going to come back eventually. It's going to come back actually extremely fast. So for me, I'd say in 1 month, I should be easily over 190 and back on track. All right, so that's about it. If you guys feel like I didn't address anything in this video, or if you have any specific questions, you can just leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer you guys as quick as I can and as concisely as I can.